Welcome to the first day of school. It was relatively calm getting ready for school today. We did not show that because we needed to focus and get the kids set up. And this is them going to school right here. They are each on a live session for the morning announcements. The morning announcements are every day at 8:45, and it's a session where hundreds and hundreds of kids get on and listen to the morning announcements for that day. And if you ever went to school that did morning announcements, I think that's most people. I would think anyways. I know that's a very common thing in America anyway. The morning announcements is usually done by a team of guidance counselors or people like that. And I think it's the same way at FLBS. They have, I think, the same face. I think it's Mrs. Edwards. We're still new. I might have the wrong person. But she and some others are on, and they're doing different things that they need to do in the morning that are really common to get every day off on the right foot. So I remember when we were homeschooling, we didn't have that kind of consistency. So this is a really interesting thing. 8:45 every day, same link, morning announcements. Now it gets kids thinking, I'm at school, and mom's over here doing the happy dance because
no responsibility. No responsibility.
Wait, let's clarify that. With FLVS, the parents are the equivalent of guidance counselors. We're not teachers. When we were homeschooling, Melanie was the teacher. I was a guidance counselor, principal, vice principal, dean, school counselor. And all of the above. And
even in public school, we were like the assistant teachers.
That's true. We were very involved. So we'll see how involved we have to get here, but they've told us like parents need to take a step back and let the kids get used to having a virtual teacher. So Melanie's like, I can do that. I think I can do that pretty well.
I'm gonna read today. I'm gonna read today.
They're doing their morning announcements. Some of it's like talking about school shirts. Everyone's gonna need a school shirt and all the grade levels and all that sort of stuff. Caleb is actually logged into a class session at the moment, actually.
They're actually going over like expectations for reading right now.
Oh, so Caleb is in a unique middle school morning announcements, and it's probably
less fun and more expectations, it looks
oh
like.
yeah, they're being totally serious with these kids. No,
they've got rockets and he's got words.
I know, look at that. Look at the difference. There's the elementary school. We have rockets and funness, and over here it's like there's a book. There's a book you're gonna read. Okay, we're probably a little bit of a distraction, so I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away now. They're doing so well so far. They're just so intently listening. Like, isn't that amazing? I didn't know they would take so easy to it. They're really focused. Just so you know, none of their webcams are on, so it's not like the teachers can see us in the background. I think the first week of school, they said there would be no webcams, so the kids get used to, you know, the actual learning aspect and not the fun, oh, I can see people and they can see me stuff, because a lot of kids can go overboard with their immaturity on the first week if they turn the webcams on. So right now they're just listening to teachers, listening to sessions, learning, doing their assignments. We'll probably show you what an assignment or two looks like. It's really cool. And then next week when they log in at a time like this, I think their webcams will be on, or at least in the live class sessions they will be, so they'll be able to see their teacher will be able to see them, you know, physically. And just like that, the first week of school has gone by in the blink of an eye. It was a short week, only 3 days, and the kids have done remarkably well. Caleb probably had the biggest course load, and I'll let you talk to the kids in just a second. We'll see what they're doing and how they're doing and how they think their first week went. But Caleb had the largest workload, and he nailed everything by the second day. And this is a learning week, because Florida Virtual School has had a significant influx. I don't know how much, but a huge influx of online learners coming from school districts all over the state, with mainly from families, bless you, mainly from families who don't want to send their kid back to a brick and mortar school during this time, and maybe their counties don't have a virtual option, or maybe their parents, chose this like us back in May. We were enrolling the kids last year. We knew what we were going to do this year. The kids were asking for it. The kids showed us they could do it, and they were dedicated to a plan that would keep them socially involved with clubs and church and things like that. So we're gonna go around to each kid now and say, how was your first week of school? See what they like, see what's tough, see what they're still learning, and we'll see what their answers are. Logie Bears first. How was your first week, bro?
Yeah, it's great, and I'm doing well.
Really? You like your teacher? Good teacher?
I'm doing iReady next week.
Okay, you know iReady, right?
It's actually gonna be hard for me.
Yeah.
Because each time I get a question right, they give me a harder one.
Right, it gets harder and harder, right? Because they're catching you up and moving you along, right? So, did you meet any kids in your class?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay. There's not been a lot of opportunity for any interaction yet because it's week 1 and they're learning their grounds. But hey, it's good you like your classes. It's good that you're adjusting to the whole deal. I'm proud of you. Bump it. Bump it. Great job, Logan. Caleb is next. Caleb, how has your first week of school gone?
Stressful.
Stressful? Okay. Has it been good or bad though? Would you say it's good but stressful, or is it like stressful and I'm worried?
A little bit of both. Mostly worried because if this is a lot of work for only 3 days, I'm wondering what 5 days is like.
Okay. You think they'll probably stretch it out over those 5 days though? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so don't get too much in your head and worry too much about what you can't control, right? You just have to take it one day at a time, just like with public school, just like when you were at the elementary school, right? Like this is new. And you're in the 6th grade, so things were going to change no matter what, right? This is middle school now, so there's more responsibility. So I'll tell you this, as your dad watching you, you seem to be handling it well. So bump it for that. You're calm, and I encourage you just to pray a lot. Right? That would be a good thing. Continue to pray and ask God to give you the strength to to continue to move forward, right? And to adjust. Do you like your teachers?
Yes, I feel confident about a lot of them.
Okay, that's great. And then the others you just haven't got to know yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta just trust that God put those teachers in your life for a reason too. Even the teachers that I was like I didn't get along with, I can look back and know that God put them there to stretch me and to teach me that I was kind of requiring things that teachers shouldn't have to do. Like, they're not there to be your mom, they're not there to be your friend, they're there to teach you. It's important that you know that every teacher God has put in your life is there for a reason, to sometimes to challenge you, and that's a good thing that you be challenged. So it'll be a challenging year. I think you can do it though. So chin up, keep going, don't get discouraged. Next week will be next week, whatever it is, and you just take it one week at a time, okay? One more bump. I believe in you. And then we have Cadence. How was your first week?
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Do you like your teachers?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Okay, that's awesome. That's great. And what is new about this year? I mean, obviously you're on a laptop, right? Like, what feels different about it? The whole thing. Anything feel strange? Is it weird going to school on a computer?
No.
No? Okay, good. Good, I'm glad. Okay, what's your favorite thing about what you're doing so far?
Just zooming and seeing my teachers and classmates.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because you're a social girl. You like being around people too. Like, that was one of our concerns with you. When you said you wanted to do virtual school, we were telling you, you're not going to see people, right? And you were like, okay, that's fine. So at least you still get to see this, right? See them, and you're committed to, clubs and social interaction. Today's actually club day. I don't think the clubs are meeting the first week of school, but are you going to find a club to get involved in? You think you might? There's a lot of them. Like, Mom, what were some of the subjects of the clubs?
There's a cooking club.
Cooking.
There's a video club, like a photo club. There's
Right.
a
Video production club.
journal. Yeah, there's a journaling one.
Oh, journalism.
There's a Oh my gosh, so many I can't even remember.
What are you searching for, Mom? The 3-hole punch?
Look at the
We'll find it. We'll find it. So Katie, there's a club for everything you can imagine. You can join one of those and get some extracurricular. It's called extracurricular. It means beyond math, science, reading, history. You can do some other fun stuff that lets you interact with others more and do something you're passionate about. So, you know, that's something to think about.
Hard to pick.
Hard to pick? You just join every club. Oh man, that's fun. It's gonna be hard to pick. That's so you try going to a few of them. Go to one session for one and see if they talk about anything that interests you. Then go to the next and go to the next and see which one really piques your interest. And then that's the one you'll stick with. So, well, that's awesome. Did you learn anything this week, or was it all about learning how to do Zoom and learning how to get to class and everything?
Yeah, we went over rules and
Okay.
got to know each other better.
Great. Well, good. That's awesome. Awesome. Bump it for first week. Solid. And then Timmy. How did your first week go, bud?
Good.
Good. What is your, do you like your teacher?
Mhm.
Awesome. Was she nice?
Mhm.
Okay. And what about the kids in your class? What about them?
There was lots of kids.
There's a lot of kids,
Like
right?
this side to this side.
Yeah, a lot of kids. And he's not kidding, because right now they are hiring more teachers because of the influx of students. So some classes temporarily, hopefully it'll just be the first week or two, they have like 40 kids in a class. So they're doing what they can to correct that, because that's obviously not a state standard. That's way too large for one class. But the teacher, we were watching, the teacher is excellent. She handled that amount of kids so well, especially when they're all on a computer and they could be goofing off. She knows what battles to pick and which ones not, so that she can continue to teach what she needs to teach. And they do have really strict guidelines for getting around, you know, goofing off, like people who want to just join for the wrong reasons. And this is why, you know, kids are encouraged to be doing school not in the room where they can feel like they can get away with that stuff, but out in the open where their parents are interacting with them and can correct that stuff. Because parents, we kind of co-help. We're almost like a teacher's aide, I guess you could say, or a guidance counselor, just to guide our kids along. Let the teacher do the teaching, but we make sure that there's no discipline issues. Everyone's there locked and loaded, ready to go at the right time and interacting rather than causing a disruption. So anyways, I'm throwing all that out there because I know you're gonna have questions too. And we promised a Q&A video on this, and we saw that a lot of you had a lot of questions. So we'll give you more answers, you know, as soon as we can. Maybe in a video next week, we might sit down and do a Q&A with the family. And but Timmy has had a great week. What's that face? I love your little faces, your little face maker. You're like Caleb so much. Okay, so next question. Did you learn anything this week? What did you learn? Did you learn math, science, reading, history? You learned how to use Zoom, right? You learned how to use Zoom, how to log into all your classes. It's like
I finally know my password, but I lost the sticky note, and that's good.
Yeah, okay. Good, you know your password by heart, right? Don't say it, don't say it. It's passwords are secrets. Shh, passwords are secrets. So you know your password, right? And for a first grader, that is beyond what I ever had to know in order to go to school. So I'm proud of you. Like, you've learned things, like you're actually ready for the workplace now. You can memorize a password. You can get into Zoom. Hey man, I might need to give you a job at the church. You could be my administrative assistant. You want to be my admin assistant? You want to make some money? No, and he's got his sloth. You know, we don't allow toys at the table. We don't allow toys at the table. But, you know, because he's in first grade, we want him to have a sweet adjustment. And even in some of the, I think the icebreakers yesterday, right, Mom? They were allowed to go get a stuffed animal. Like, go get your favorite stuffed animal and show it to your friends on Zoom. Someone, yeah, scavenger hunt. Thank you, that's what it is. And Logan had to go get his dog. Did you show them Sparky? Did you lift him up to the webcam?
So Katie did, and then I picked up my computer and then.
Oh my goodness. So the scavenger hunt was go show your classmates your dog. So they had to go find Sparky and show Sparky.
It's like a pet show, but
It was a pet parade.
Pet parade.
We got a pet parade.
That's so cute. What good virtual ideas to make virtual learning unique.
You find something that you really liked and go show it to the class.
That's awesome. Did you have any scavenger hunts or pet parades, or is this the stuffed animal you showed your class? That's cool. That's cool. And,
Not yet.
oh, not yet. Okay, maybe you'll do that next week. Who knows? And do you want to tell me who this is? Mr. Sloth? Who gave him to you? Who gave him to you?
Papa?
Yeah, Pop Pop. Pop Pop is a name for Grandpa, Zoo Family. That's my dad. They call him Pop Pop. So
Yeah, shopping and
lollipop, yeah.
he paid for it.
Yeah, isn't that sweet that he bought that for you?
Potato.
Shopping and he paid for it.
His name is Potato.
Potato the Sloth? So there you go. There's week 1 and their reaction. A lot of cute reactions. I'm really happy, and I know Mommy is. I know they are. I'm really happy they had a good first week, and that because it's virtual learning, FLVS is more concerned with them getting off on the right foot, and rather than rushing them into lessons and rushing them into the classroom, basically, when this is their first week on virtual learning, I'm glad FLVS is taking that time to build a strong foundation, because it's really necessary when you're switching modes of learning like this, or means of learning. So kids, you overall sounds like a good first week, right?
Yeah.
Good, and you're gonna have a great second week. I'm positive of it. And we'll continue to give you updates because this is so new. This is part of the story that God is writing in the Zoo family right now. So we love you, Zoo family. Thank you so much for watching this week. We will see you next week.
Bye.